Welcome to BNews Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNews Director Rich Hosford, BNews reporter Robert Paris, Peter Brown with the weather, Ian Casciola with the Community Bulletin Board, and Marge McDonald with Senior News. Thank you for joining us. The Board of Selectmen has set the fiscal year 17 tax rate. The board held its annual tax classification hearing on Monday and set the residential and commercial tax rates for the following year. Burlington has a split tax rate, meaning that residents pay one amount and commercial, industrial, and personal property owners pay a different amount. Businesses in town pay another rate, as you know, higher. The big decision for the board is how to split the tax burden between residents and businesses. The short of it is the selectmen set a residential rate of $11.06, down from $11.46 last year. However, since the value of residential properties in town went up, the average resident will see an increase in their property taxes of $87.64 in FY17, a 1.78% raise over fiscal year 16. Town appraiser James Doherty said this relatively low increase is thanks in part to a better than expected amount of local receipts, things like building permits, licenses, excise tax, meals tax, and the hotel tax brought in more money than previously thought. He also said they were able to shift a bit more of the burden onto the commercial side without raising the rate so much that Burlington would become uncompetitive with surrounding communities. A Burlington gas station that failed its third tobacco sales compliance check within a 2-year span will now have to suspend all tobacco sales for a month. The Shell Gas, located at 198 Cambridge Street, was before the Board of Health last week for a hearing. The business failed a sting by the board where a minor entered the store and attempted to purchase tobacco products. This was the third time in a row that particular store failed a sting, which is conducted every 6 months. Members of the Board of Health were not happy to see the business before them again. Representatives of the company said they're in the process of starting internal stings to encourage employees to follow the rules, but were only given the go-ahead from the owner to do so recently. In the end, the Board of Health voted to suspend the store's right to sell tobacco products for 30 days, running from Monday, December 5th and ending on Tuesday, January 3rd, as per the bylaw. They also voted to require the store's management to submit a plan on how they will change their training and operations to ensure that they do not fail any more compliance checks. Board members also warned that if the store failed another compliance check, it may lose its right to sell tobacco products altogether. The board also voted on a 7-day tobacco sales suspension for Cigars and More, 64 Middlesex Turnpike, for its second failed compliance check in a 24-month period. That suspension will run from Monday, December 5th to Sunday, December 11th. In related but better news, Burlington restaurants and liquor stores have shown once again that Burlington is not a good place for a minor to get a drink. Chief Michael Kent said that he is pleased to announce that the Burlington Police Department conducted alcohol compliance checks at 39 licensed establishments this week, and all businesses complied. The department's alcohol compliance unit performed the checks on Monday, November 28th. All establishments followed state laws and prohibited the sale of alcohol to minors. Following guidelines established by the Alcohol Beverage Control Commission, the Burlington Police used 2 underage buyers to enter establishments and attempt to purchase alcoholic beverages. When buyers failed to present identification validating they were of legal drinking age, employees at every business refused to serve them. Burlington Police conduct multiple compliance checks every year at all businesses in town that sell liquor. The holiday season has arrived, and in the spirit of the time, many people are working hard to ensure everyone has a happy Christmas morning. BNews reporter Robert Paris went to the Burlington Mall to learn more about People Helping People's annual Wish Tree program. He has this report.
Autumn has quickly passed, and with that, every store in Burlington is in a hustle and bustle, and the lines are out the door. The holiday season has arrived. But in this time of frenzied shopping, there are also people working hard to ensure the less fortunate have a Merry Christmas. Last week I went to the Burlington Mall where People Helping People was having their annual donation drive, the Wishing Tree. The Burlington community has donated their time to ensure families can have a joyous holiday. The Wishing Tree wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the members of People Helping People.
The Wish Tree provides gifts or wishes to children in need in the town of Burlington. This year we will be providing wishes to 88 families, which equates to 186 children 2,000 gifts. It's amazing. Oh, so many years, I couldn't even tell you. I'm going to say over 20. We're very thankful to the Burlington Mall for doing this for us year after year.
The organization provides a numerous amount of gifts to families around the community during the holiday season.
Well, from the Wish Tree, we're very fortunate that, again, we'll have over 2,000 gifts going to the children, but we're also very fortunate that this is the time of the year where families and people are so giving. We get a lot of financial donations, and what we use the financial donations for is if a wish doesn't get returned, and unfortunately that does happen, we're able to take that money and go buy the missing wishes. As I mentioned, 88 families and 186 children. And think about it, this program isn't advertised. It's done through the food pantry, some of the churches in town. And this is a really community event.
Want to make a donation? Here's how.
Well, you can come up here to the Burlington Mall. We're located between Coach and Ann Taylor. And it's manned Monday through Sunday until December 15th, I believe. And take a wish, go buy the gift and return it. Or if you can't get to the mall, you're welcome to send a financial donation to People Helping People, P.O. Box 343, Burlington, Mass. 01803.
Janet and People Helping People would like to thank the businesses that helped make the Wishing Tree an annual organization.
I'd just like to say thank you to the Burlington Mall. They've been incredibly gracious hosts to us year after year, and to everybody in the community of Burlington. I've lived here all my life, and I don't know if people realize what a special community we live in, how people help, people that come and pick up the gifts, to do the donations. I don't think there's another community in Massachusetts like the town of Burlington, so I just want to say thank you to everybody who helps.
From the Burlington Mall, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
People Helping People is also holding its annual raffle for a $1,000 gift card to Capitol Grill. It's a great way to help the organization and possibly win a really good meal. Tickets are $20 and can be purchased by by email at Janet Sullivan at sullivanfh@comcast.net. Also, this is peak demand, as you know, for the community food pantry. If you have a notion to send in a donation, you can send it to the Burlington Community Food Pantry at P.O. Box 350, Burlington 01803. Burlington took one more step towards gaining additional liquor licenses this week. On Monday, the Board of Selectmen voted to approve the language of a petition to the General Court that will go to the state legislature for approval pending any necessary changes along the way. The petition is requesting 6 additional all-alcohol licenses and 2 beer and wine licenses that will be restricted to the Town Center Overlay District. Town meeting voted in September to allow the town to seek the additional licenses. During town meeting, members of the Board of Selectmen and Town Administrator Petrin argued for the extra licenses by saying that they will be used to create a walkable downtown area featuring small, locally owned restaurants. They said the restaurants would create a desirable destination that families, couples, and friends would want to gather for a casual evening. Town officials will now work with State Rep Ken Gordon and State Senator Ken Donnelly to get the petition through the state legislature. The Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce held its annual meeting this week and used the occasion as an opportunity to look back over the previous year's work and talk about the goals for 2017. BNews Director Rich Hosford was there and follows this report.
The event room at Tuscan Kitchen was buzzing with people on Tuesday night at the Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce's annual meeting. People sipped drinks and picked out appetizers before being treated to a dinner and a series of speakers. During the event, I spoke to some chamber officials about the work done in the previous year and what they had accomplished.
Well, I think you've seen that we've had a significant amount of growth. Our committees have been solidified. We've added a number of events to the list of things that we're doing, and this is probably the furthest thing that you'll see from your average annual meeting. As you can see, the excitement's in the room. We actually have a very hard-working chamber, and I'm proud to be part of it.
The past year for the Chamber has shown significant growth. We're really proud of the companies that are involved, but more importantly, we're proud of the individuals who've stepped forward to take on different community events and different charitable events. So the Chamber this year is taking on a charitable partnership. All of our members that are nonprofits are going to be working together to do a big gala that will come in 2017.
This year, some of the things that we did were really tied towards educating the community at a whole and the businesses. We've held quite a few educational forums We've done independent contractors, non-compete clauses. When State Representative Ken Gordon filed a bill for Family Medical Leave Act, paid family medical leave, we held a forum on that. We had a contested state rep race this year, so we also held a candidates forum for that, which I was able to moderate. So we've done quite a few things this year.
There were also chamber members and those who worked with the organization who spoke about the role the chamber plays in the community.
Ever since we came to Burlington, the Burlington Chamber of Commerce has been integral in the way that we've kind of interfaced into this community from a corporate partnership standpoint, helping us work through all the permitting with the town, all of the charitable things that we do in the town of Burlington, and they've been incredible, just every step of the way.
For 4 years, the Chamber has been a great partner. We talk about public-private partnerships, and in the true sense, that's been what we've had here in Burlington. One of the real challenges, and we talk about this a lot, is our traffic and our transportation. And were it not for the work of the Chamber and the Middlesex 3 Coalition, we really would have a tough time addressing it.
The keynote speaker of the evening was Peter Cronin, a former linebacker with Boston College and a member of the 1983 Super Bowl winning Washington Redskins. One of the themes of his talk was the importance of teamwork.
Oh, well, it's always, I think the teamwork is critical. I'm part of a team right now, a small team. I was large corporate for many, many years, and now I'm involved in a startup company. So it's interesting. I've had all sorts of great titles, from president of the businesses to carrying a bag and everything in between. In a small business, titles don't matter. It's what needs to get done. And fortunately, I'm wired that way. So whatever needs to get done, we get done. There's no pretense, there's no egos, and it's all team. Everybody pitches in.
Finally, there was a lot of optimism among chamber officials about the incoming new year.
I'm looking forward to a lot, actually, but I think what is really exciting to me is Burlington continues to grow, and what we know as a chamber is that Burlington and the surrounding communities are going to be joining forces together. We'll be doing a lot of different things together, and I think 2017 will show Burlington and the communities around us that the Chamber of Commerce is engaged, we're relevant, and we'll be bringing a lot of things both on an entertainment level and on a relevant government level.
At Tuscan Kitchen, I'm BNEWS Director Rich Hosford.
In a continued effort to keep the roads safe, the Mass State Police will once again be on the lookout for intoxicated drivers this weekend. According to the State Police, they will hold a sobriety checkpoint somewhere in Middlesex County on Saturday, December 3rd to Sunday, December 4th. Superintendent of the Mass State Police, Colonel Richard D. McKeon, said the purpose is to further educate the motoring public and strengthen the public's awareness to the need of detecting and removing those motorists who operate under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs from our roadways. Colonel McKeon added that the checkpoint will be operated during very hours. The selection of vehicles will not be arbitrary, safety will be assured, and any inconveniences to motorists will be minimized with advance notice and to reduce fear and anxiety. Burlington schools, ever the innovators in advancing student education through digital literacy and critical thinking, are repurposing existing space to create new collaborative areas more conducive to 21st century educational standards. BNews reporter Tad Stefanak met with Burlington High School Principal Mark Sullivan and has more on a newly adapted space at BHS.
At the beginning of the school year, the Burlington High School Lower Library was in the process of a conversion into a comfortable, collaborative workspace where students and teachers can study, share ideas, or just hang out.
We have a small budget every year to do some improvements around the building, and this has been an underutilized space for a lot of years. So we thought we'd invest a small amount of resources just to make it a more usable space, make it look a little nicer. So we redid the floor, put a new carpet down, got some furniture, really tried to make it a collaborative, kind of a learning commons kind of space. So we've really seen kids using the space on morning time, after school, during study halls to work together. Teachers, as you can see in the background, come down to work together. It's just a nice space. It's an alternative to the classroom setting.
One of the things you try to do here in the real world, right, where we're preparing our kids for that, you know, they need to be prepared to go in and work collaboratively and problem solve, and we're trying to create some of these spaces that you would see in, say, a Google or, you know, some of these innovative companies, they have these big open spaces. So again, that's a big open space anyway. We're not changing a lot, but I think he's putting some more creature comforts in place to attract people to be there, and I think it'll be an exciting space for people to utilize.
Yeah, well, I think if you look at current research now, it's about 21st century learning and what those learning spaces look like. You know, obviously Burlington High School was built in the 1970s. The style of teaching and educational philosophy was a lot different back then. So the 21st century learning styles will tell you that they want to see more collaboration, more common planning, you know, kind of common spaces where people can come together and collaborate, work in teams. You know, it's a more modern space.
From the Burlington High School Lower Library, I'm BNews reporter Tad Stefanak. Back to you in the studio.
Online shopping is a convenient way to avoid lines at the stores, but it does open the possibility of having your packages stolen from your doorstep. As more people go online for their purchases, thieves have learned a way to steal packages once delivered to a household. Here are some tips provided by Police Public Relations Manager John Guilfoy on how to protect your items from theft. Request notification on your deliveries via phone or email to monitor your packages in transit and upon delivery. Always require a signature on your deliveries to ensure packages are never left unattended. Consider sending deliveries to an alternate location that someone will always be at to receive them, whether that be a workplace, a neighbor or a friend's house, or FedEx or UPS locations. Schedule your delivery for a specific date and time that you expect to be home. Set up a vacation hold if you plan on traveling during the holidays so gifts won't be left on the doorstep. Residents should never accept a surprise package or gift where payment is required. Additionally, do not give out any personal information when retrieving a delivery if you initiated the purchase. Also, you might want to put a camera on your doorstep somewhere connected to your computer so you can monitor who the thief was that stole your package. We go now to our Weather Center for the latest forecast from BNews weatherman Peter Brown. We'll also check out the community calendar with Ian Casciola to see what's happening in Burlington.
Well, hello everyone. This is Peter Brown with a look at your forecast for the upcoming 7 days. And can you believe it? We are now into December. We are officially into meteorological winter now. As we start out our period, look at this on December 2nd on Friday. We're going to see temperatures a little bit above normal, temperatures in the upper 40s to around 50, but under some very nice sunny skies, so it'll feel like a really, really nice December day out there, that's for sure. I just want to let you know, though, we're going to be very far away from this record low of 4, so no need to worry about that. And definitely a long way from this minus 7 degree record low when we get to the end of the period. But as you notice this, look at this, when we get to December 8th, our average highs are only now around 40, so we really are getting down into the deep belly of winter at this point, that's for certain. But as we go ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about what's going to be going on with our weather for the next 7 days. And if you are somebody who loves dry December days, this is going to be the forecast for you, that's for certain. On Friday morning, we're going to see a front pass through, and it's going to be a rather strong one. So this is going to draw down some very cool and very dry air from eastern Canada. That's going to bring us basically wall-to-wall sunshine for the first 5 days of our period. It's also going to bring with it, though, some pretty chilly temperatures. As we get towards Sunday, Monday, and maybe into Tuesday, we might see temperatures hovering in the upper 30s to the lower 40s. So there's definitely going to be a bite in the air. As we get to the end of the period, the storm system that you see over here near Michigan and the Great Lakes is going to move towards us here in the Burlington area, and that may bring us a chance of another period of heavy rain again. And there's also a possibility as we get towards the start of our next period, next Friday, we could bring in some very cold air behind this system coming at us from the Great Lakes, and we could actually see a change over to some snow here in southern New England. Doesn't look like too much, and again, it's 7 to 8 days out there, so we're going to have an update for you, that's for sure, coming up with that. And as we move ahead, I'm going to show you another graphic. I know some people might be very happy about this. This is a map of the snow cover right now, currently in the United States, actually as of November 28th, so this is only a few days old. As you can see, this is fairly average for this time of the year. We see some snow cover in upstate New York, up through the mountains of Maine. Of course, all of southern Canada is basically covered in snow, which is usually normal for this time of the year. And again, some snow out in the Rockies. So basically, this can sometimes be used as kind of a guide as to how our winter might be. Looking, of course, up at North America and looking at the snow cover in Russia, looks like in those areas is pretty much average snow cover. So that usually means we're on track to have a fairly average winter in terms of precipitation with snowfall. So definitely looks a little bit snowier than last year, but doesn't look quite like that winter we had 2 years ago. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you on the next slide some of the beautiful weather conditions we have coming up for the next 7 days here in the Burlington area. Look at this. Again, starting out on Friday, beautiful, beautiful weather. Temperatures in the upper 40s to near 50. Some very chilly nights, though, coming up. And if you're coming to join us on Sunday afternoon at the Burlington tree lighting on the Common, make sure you bring some things to bundle up with, especially for the kids, because our high temperature on Sunday is only going to be around 40. And by the time we get to the tree lighting with the sun going down, temperatures will be falling through the 30s and down to the 20s very, very quickly. But as you can see, look at this, the remainder of the period, beautiful conditions. Temperatures moderating as we get towards Thursday with, again, that chance of some heavier rain maybe moving in. But look at that. Temperatures up in the mid-50s again. So everyone, I hope you get a chance to come and join us in BCAT at the Burlington tree lighting on Sunday afternoon. And I hope you enjoy this first full week of December.
Hello and welcome to your community calendar. Parents, are your children anxious to see Santa Claus but you don't feel like waiting in the long lines? On Friday, December 9th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Burlington Cable Access Television, also known as BCAT, is welcoming Santa to their BHS studio to give children the chance to meet jolly old Saint Nick in person on live TV. A photo station will be provided for parents to take their own pictures of their children on the set with Santa. Each child will receive a gift from Santa. Kids, bring your Christmas lists, and parents, bring your camera. Avoid the long lines while enjoying refreshments at the BCAT studio. The event is free. For more info, go to bcattv.org or call 781-273-5922. Parents, do your children enjoy Harry Potter? On Friday, December 9th at 7 p.m., the Barnes & Noble in Burlington is hosting a Harry Potter Magical Holiday Ball. Dress like your favorite Harry Potter character, or you can wear your holiday best, or come as you are. There will also be dancing, music, games, and activities, and giveaways. Everyone is welcomed. The event is free. For more info, visit barnesandnoble.com or call 781-273-3871. Get together with your family and friends and enjoy a holiday stroll. On Saturdays, December 10th, from 2 to 5 p.m., 3rd Ave will be having a holiday stroll. Sip, shop, and stroll at the 3rd Ave Holiday Stroll. Enjoy delicious samplings, special discounts, carolers, hot chocolate, tree lighting, and a special appearance from Santa. Everyone is welcomed. Please be sure to bring money. For more info, visit 3rdavburlington.com or call 781-272-4000. This has been your community calendar. I'm Ian Casciola. Back to you in the studio.
One place where there is always a lot happening is the Senior Center. We go now to Council on Aging Director Marge McDonald for the latest senior news.
Hello. Would you like to share your experiences with the younger generation beyond your own grandkids? Are you 55 and over and have an hour a week for 6 weeks to spare? The Bridges program puts seniors into the classrooms of 4th graders where both generations sit together and follow a set curriculum guiding the conversation and experience. Volunteers have completed the 6-week program and immediately signed up for the next one. They enjoyed the experience so much. The next session will begin January 4th, running until February 8th on Wednesdays at 10:45 at the Fox Hill School. Give me a call at 781-270-1953 if you are interested in participating in Bridges. Carol Kilduff of Visiting Angels will be at the center on Tuesday, December 6th, to talk about healthy eating. She will also provide a tasty, healthy snack. This presentation will give you good information to hold on to for January 1st, or just to help you stay healthy through the holidays. The New Orleans Jazz Band will be here on Wednesday, December 7th at noon, and refreshments will be served. They will also be holding their Christmas party at the center on Monday, December 12th at 7 p.m., and desserts will be served. In the Christmas spirit, we will be showing Elf on Monday, December 12th at 12:30. We will also then serve some sort of seasonal refreshments for this. On Wednesday, December 14th, we have the high school chorus coming at 12:30 p.m. for their annual concert. We will serve pizza a little after 1, and then Joan Thibault from Elder Insider will be coming with a hospital and rehab survival guide at 2 p.m. She'll give you helpful tips as she talks about and educates you from soup to nuts about what to expect during an illness or post-accident stay in the hospital or rehab. On Monday, December 19th, the Singing Trooper will be at the Senior Center from 1 to 2 p.m. with lots of holiday and patriotic classics. This is a favorite and very well attended. Please sign up in advance so we're able to set up the room appropriately. Also on the 19th, we have Nancy Sherman of Seasons Hospice leading the Life After Loss group at 1. If you are feeling more blue than usual this holiday season or it continues until after the holidays, please talk to your doctor or come see one of us. The holidays can be difficult, and some years are more difficult to get through than others depending on your circumstances. That's all for now. I'm Marge McDonald, and I hope to see you at the Senior Center.
Finally this week, avoid a ticket or even possibly having your car towed by parking it off the streets. Parking it on the streets. Burlington winter parking ban went into effect on Monday and will be enforced until April 1st. During the ban, no vehicles can be parked on the side of the road between 2 a.m. and 8 p.m. The ban is put in place to make snow removal easier for the DPW. The ban is enforced by the Burlington Police Department. Offenders can be subject to a fine of $50 per offense. Also, if a vehicle parked on the side of the road interferes with snow removal, the town may have it towed at the owner's expense. Okay, that's it from the news desk here at BNews Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNews Director Rich Hosford, BNews reporters Tad Stefanak, Robert Paris, Peter Brown with the weather, Ian Casciola with the Community Bulletin Board, and Marge McDonald with Senior News. Thank you for joining us.